Hey, welcome. We're going to be doing some measuring today. We're going to be measuring down to the bottom of the ocean. How deep is the ocean? Let's find out. So we're going to be measuring with our fingers, which seems a little funny, but if you think about it, people have been measuring with their feet for a long time. That's why it's called feet. And one thing that I learned was that I believe it was King Henry I in the year 1100 decided to make the standard foot measurement his own feet. Before that, people were just measuring with their feet, and then some people with small feet, some people with big feet. So he's like, no, the standard foot is my foot, and the standard yard was made to be from the tip of his nose to his thumb. So that's how long a yard is from that king's measurement of his arm. So people measure their bodies for a long time, and we're gonna do that. So what you're gonna need today to do this project is, I have 4 pieces of paper. You might be able to get away with 3, but please just tape 4 anyway. And notice how I tape them. I tape them twice, and I use packaging tape, but you might have Scotch tape, duct tape, any kind of tape. You could also staple them or even glue them if you can't find tape. So I tape the back, and I'm gonna flip it over, and then here's how we get started. So, you need a pencil. I would start by taking 2 fingers and measuring from the top. And notice I put a book under mine so I don't damage my table. I don't know how you do it, but that's a good thing. That'll help your parents if you do that. So I'm doing 2 fingers just to get started. I'm gonna do on both sides so that I get a good line. And you could get a ruler out if you want. I'm not gonna use a ruler though. I'm just going to measure from each side. Okay, so now I've got my measurement. This is going to be the top of the ocean. So I'm going to make it a little kind of wavery right there. If you want to, you can have the sun. Okay, so now please just do 1 finger from the top right here, and that will be the first zone of the ocean. And like I said, if you want to use a ruler, you can. This is 200 meters right here. 200 meters, that's like 2 football fields. So I'm gonna write 200 meters, and this here is the sunlight zone. So the sunlight zone, as you probably remember from our read-alouds, is the only zone that has plants in it because it has enough sunlight for plants to survive, and plants need sunlight. Now we're gonna go down into the twilight zone. So you're gonna do 4 fingers. 1. I'm using my index fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to kind of remember where that one is. Right about there. And it's not, this isn't really a science exactly. It's just more kind of an estimation. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 fingers. It's like that. And now, that is going to be, this is representing 1,000, that's right. 1,000 meters. And that, anybody know what it's called? The Twilight Zone. That used to be a TV show. The Twilight Zone just has a little bit of light. But most animals have bioluminescence. And it's getting colder and darker as you go down. And now we're into the midnight zone. The midnight zone is pitch black. And it goes down to 4,000 meters. So here we go. This is going to be a little harder. But I've got to do 15 fingers, if you can believe it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 fingers from this last zone. Try it again on this side. You've got to do it on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 fingers from the top of the midnight zone to the bottom. Now we are at 4,000 meters below the ocean. So that would be like 400 football fields. And it's getting darker and colder, and the pressure at this point, if you swam down that deep, it would just crush your body. So don't swim down that deep. Okay, now we're gonna do 10 more from that line. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right there. Sometimes I've got to kind of switch fingers so I can use my right hand to draw. And move it up a little bit, and then do it again. So what did I say? 10 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And notice how I'm always using the same fingers, which are my index fingers. I'm not switching because they're different size. Okay, now I do a line there, and that is at 6,000 meters, so that'd be 6. So let's see, 6,000 meters. So that'd be like 600 football fields down. And now, oh, let's see, let's make sure we're writing these zones in. So that's the twilight zone. This is the midnight zone. What we've just created here is called the abyssal zone. And what the abyssal zone is really the bottom of the ocean where animals can actually be living at the bottom of the ocean. All that sludge that's at the bottom, which was created from millions of years of soil eroding and dead animals and plants falling down to the bottom of the ocean. So the abyssal zone is really the bottom of the ocean. So sometimes the bottom of the ocean is here, but sometimes it's here. You know, it's not a flat line. At the bottom of the ocean, you have mountains, you have all kinds of things. And now for the last zone, this zone, if you can believe it, is the biggest one. We've got to do 25 more fingers to get to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, which is 7 miles deep. So here we go. We're going to start so this is the 6,000 meters. That's kind of the lowest point of most of the bottom of the ocean. Now we're going to find out how deep the trenches are, especially this trench, the Marianas Trench, which is in the Pacific Ocean, kind of between Australia and Japan, near the Philippines. Okay, so what did I say? 25 fingers. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Whoa, that's almost the bottom of the page. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so it should be about the same. And then, so the ocean ends, so the bottom of the abyssal zone, but then you've got the Mariana Trench that goes this far down. So it could kind of come back up like that. So that is 11,000 meters, which would be 110 football fields. And I'm going to put in parentheses, almost 7 miles. It's about 7 miles. So it's 7 miles. 7 miles deep. That's how deep the ocean is, 7 miles. And so please draw this out. Notice how I'm labeling the name of the zone. The trenches, this one's called the trenches. So I have the sunlight zone at the top to 200 meters. That's just the one finger. Then I have the twilight zone, and that's labeled at 1,000 meters for the bottom. The midnight zone, which goes all the way down to 4,000 meters. Then I have the bottom of the ocean floor, the abyssal zone. And then I have almost like the basement of the ocean, which is the trenches. And at the bottom of the abyssal zone, if you want to put a couple of those hydrothermal vents spewing out volcanic water that's been heated by lava, feel free. So once you have this finished, I would like you to choose 2 animals to draw in each zone. And you can do that from our read alouds or from the graphics I'm sharing with you. And really, if you're trying to scale, an animal would look like a dot. Just be like, whoop, there's an animal. But you don't have to do it you don't have to do a dot. In fact, I would prefer it if you actually kind of draw the animal and just realize it wouldn't really be that big. So that's the assignment. All right, thanks guys.